This video signals a notable divergence from the previous presentations, which provided a general overview of a few basic spiritual and doctrinal features of the Qur'an. I am now entering some particularly sensitive fields of controversy, and I begin by asking Allah to guide my choice of words and inspire my audience to derive the best possible interpretation from what I have to say. This episode and several more following it are based on my essay on slavery, which can be read in Quranic Essay 8, Slavery, at www.academia.edu. For a properly nuanced and comprehensive treatment of the subject, I recommend Slavery and Islam by Professor Jonathan Brown. I gratefully acknowledge his research and insights, but it seems that he has overlooked one point that I believe is crucial to understanding how God could permit and yet disapprove of slavery. I will discuss that point in an upcoming video, God willing. Firstly, the concept of slave is one of the key components of the Islamic worldview. Allah says, "In kullu man fis samawati wal ardi illa ati ar-Rahmani abda." You and I and all humans are slaves, as is every guppy, gorilla, gold ingot, greenhouse gas, gamma ray, and galaxy in the universe. In the first chapter of the Qur'an, Al-Fatiha, we recite, "Iyyaka na'budu." The triadic root of na'budu, worship, is Ain Ba Dal, the most common meaning of which is slave or serve as a slave. Every created being, knowingly or not, is worshipping God by the very fact of its existence as his servant or slave. God is, after all, the master of the worlds, Rabbul Alameen, our maker and owner, and his mastery implies and requires slavehood. How many of us are comfortable with calling anyone master? Here in the Western world, we are proud of our independence and equality. We may have employers, commanding officers, and parents, but mastery is reserved for skills like playing chess or tennis, not relations between humans. Yet Allah is asserting his mastery over us and expecting us not only to accept that, but to repeat the words, "Only you we serve as a slave," 20 times a day. Say that with full awareness and see how far it penetrates your soul. The deeper it goes, the more humble and grateful you become. Or say it unwillingly and watch as resentment and doubt rise within your psyche. What is the medicine for such resentment? We are not all equally free, nor have we ever been. The rich and powerful are free to do and enjoy things that will forever be beyond me. They may even feel at liberty to oppress me, rob me, cheat me, and deceive me. Making freedom our goal in life will never gain us equality with those on whom God has bestowed this world's dirt, namely wealth and power. No political change has ever removed, nor will ever remove, that inequality. And there is an endless abundance of rancor to be dredged out of that fact. We can spend the rest of our lives bewailing our loss of freedom to those who have it all. But we are all equally God's slaves, and in seeking to be a true servant of Allah, we can be closer to Him than some billionaire or politician could ever hope to be. The cure for our anger, our pride, and our loneliness is to serve, not ourselves, but the one who made us equal in what is closest to Him and most worth saving. A true slave of God is the freest of His creatures, for He has no other Lord and envies no one. The weak, the poor, the handicapped, the diseased, and the dying are, in their subjection and helplessness, probably closer to God than you and I are with all our comforts and possessions. Slavery, on the other hand, is the subjection of one person's will to another person, another slave. It is fundamentally unjust, for it means that person A took from person B everything that person B valued in life: her freedom, her family, her property, and her dignity, without her consent. How, then, could slavery be permitted in the Qur'an? How could Allah allow one human being to call another human being his abd, his slave? For decades, I agonized over that question. It was a source of immense cognitive dissonance for me. But now I think I have an answer. I will start to unfold it in video number 21, God willing.